Welcome to part 6 of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. We now have Plutia, Pishi, and Iswar in our party, and now we're gonna fuck things up. Well, later. Right now we have to turn in a quest. But even more so, we're gonna have to go straight to the Accept Quest option, and we're gonna have to find a quest called the Curse of Food. You might want to find that quest because that is the quest that will continue on Chapter 2. You'll be stuck here if you don't know about that. By the way, I think there's another quest like that in Chapter 4 and also in Chapter 7 and 8. Make sure you pick this one right here, Curse of Food. And you'll know that it's the right one because it has the letter CH there. And if any other quest, you do that one first. So if you are ever stuck in this game, make sure you come to the guild first. Because they'll always have new quest items, specifically one to progress with the story. I'm just picking up enough quests so that I will be able to get rid of others' shares and give it to either Planeptune or Last Station. Well, because I have Uni on my side. But specifically give more to Planeptune because of Pishi and Plutia, considering that they are CPUs as well. So on that note, we're going into Mechtro Family. I almost said Mechtro again. I am an idiot. But we're going to Mechtro Factory, and this is where you're going to be grinding when you turn level 30. From 30 all the way to level 60, this is where you're going to be, and this is the enemy you're going to grind on. Child Whales.
I'll take care of you even without Sis.
You're going to be using the Child Whales to build up your EX meter, so you are going to take down the Herobos. And once you do, you repeat the process until you're at a high enough level that you can take down anything up to Chapter 8. Then from there, you'll have to deal with all the areas that have been unlocked in Chapter 8. Whatever the case, rush attacks work, and they are the quickest way for you to get EX attacks.
This is special bullet.
And God Almighty, I am so glad I got Uni in the first game, because Uni is definitely laying waste to this thing. Well, so is Neptune and so is Kappa, but Uni is actually doing some really good damage. I mean, Uni can pierce defenses, but she has that range problem. That's it. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you have a quest for Child Whale Balls, you might have to, or Holy Whale Balls, sorry. That is where you're going to have to go.
Whoa, what's
Also,
this?
Healing Pod. Found that here. I'm pretty sure there's also...
Lucky.
Wait, that was actually the hidden item here, so... I thought that was something different, but not really. That was... What I just did was a healing item. And this is... That's the plan for Orton Fields. Sorry, I stuttered a little bit, but hey. At least we got shit done. Let's get out of here and... Oh, god damn it! I didn't mean to run into the Child Whale, but... I was trying to proceed further, because there's only a few enemies here. Oh, I almost forgot to mention something. Viral enemies.
Lucky.
With the exception of bosses. Any random enemy can turn into a viral enemy. They're stronger, they're faster, but their drops are the same. However, their experience is a lot higher. That's the only difference between a regular and a viral enemy. Oh yeah, and their stats are doubled to what they already are. So therefore, you gotta be careful when you run into a viral enemy because they will show up at any time. You know, like Oversouls in Final Fantasy X-2. Yeah, I almost said X2. Why did I say that?
Gonna beat you up.
In fact, now that I stop and think about it, Viral is pretty much a reference to Final Fantasy X-2. But nonetheless, this is Child Wolf. I just already took care of one, and now I'm taking care of the other. And this, hold on, let me position, is Lean Tuna. there is a quest involving Lean Tuna you might want to run into later. Oh, and Eastwar is at level 80. Good grief! I didn't even put Eastwar in the party, and she's already at level 80. And I know there's going to be some people who are probably bored as hell with me using overpowered characters. Again, I stress enough that the reason why I am using Eastwar, well, not Eastwar, but just about every character at the level they are, because you have no choice for the true perfect ending. Again, you need Nepgear and Ramen Ram. And that's basically that's basically an achievement for Steam and Vita. It's not, that's all it's for, but just getting all 3 of the CPU candidates' plans done is actually a godsend. Because let me just let you in on a little secret when it comes down to the CPU candidates. The best one out of the 4 is Nepgear. Oh yeah, and I'm not going to be using Isty's bracelet. Oh no. I'll be saving that for Chapter 8. But as I was saying, the best one out of these CPU candidates is Nepgear, because just like Neptune, she too can break 9,999 naturally without Isty's bracelet, which is why I didn't put it on, because Isty's bracelet gives anybody who wears it the ability to break damage limit. So quite frankly, Nepgear and Neptune can do damage to like the 10,000s to even the millions without even using Isty's bracelet. I forgot to mention that. Whereas whereas Noir and Uni can breach defenses. Kappa has a bunch of healing. Let's see.
Here I go.
IF can keep up a combo string.
Super win.
Well, we haven't gotten to Noir yet, but I thought I'd mention that because Uni could do the same thing. And I think Ram and Ram, like their sister Blonde, can also deal high-powered magic. And I've cut a lot of things out. I needed to show this off, though, because this is what a back attack looks like. And I thought one of them went viral, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. Whatever the case, I cut out a lot of things because I kept running into Chow Whales up until the point where I got to level 4. That's why I cut the way I did. But I showed this off because of the fact that I thought they were going to turn viral. At least they were going to, but they didn't.
Leave it to me.
And yeah, I need to work on my editing.
That was a cinch.
So on that note, let's just go on ahead and take this guy down.
Left for dead, so finally. Nice.
Hirobo. This is where you're gonna get the AG system.
Serious now.
Transformation complete.
Remember all that EX that I've built up? You're gonna need it. But I switched over to Neptune's CPU form because Neptune's CPU form, even the stats she gives, are actually pretty powerful. So I'll just use Kappa's Love Heart, which is a special move. It's not actually a it's not actually an EX move. Oh no. I'ma save that for Uni. Because Uni can't break 9,999, not without Eastwar's bookmark, but she can, however, land a string of 9,999 if she wanted to. Well, after a few shots, that is. Now, she'll finish off Hirobo, and that will take care of Hirobo right then and there. Oh! Okay.
I got much more.
Yeah,
stake than
that
you.
didn't help with all the frame rate skipping. But still, we managed to defeat it, and we also leveled up Plutia. So guess what? If you need to level up, you need to just come here at any time. By the way, Hirobo, automatic 25,000 experience points. That's plus the super experience points boost that you get in the Maker system. But whatever the case, we need to deal with the forest crab, which is, by the way, part of the quest. So that means we're going to have to go to Gravidaze Ruin. And because we got that quest in tow, we can proceed with the story, but we could go to Gravidaze Ruin first to deal with the forest crab. We need 2 of them. And now would be a good time to actually show off some enemies. Alright, let's see. Who shall I show off first? Well, it doesn't really look like I have a choice, because they'll end up in the random encounters anyway. By the way, if you're wondering about how Netgear and Kappa are both on the same screen at the same time, it's because of the DLC where all 3 characters are on the screen at once. This DLC also carries over to Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2 and 3 as of, well, last month.
Lucky.
If not, month before. So on that note, let's just go on ahead and find the forest crab and beat it up. I mean, I'll show off a couple of enemies, if not now, then later on in the entirety of the game. Because there are some enemies you need to find for certain quests, and also to, how should I put this?
Let's have fun.
Find for parts needed for plans. Specifically for dungeons, and weapons, and items, and accessories, basically. So this is the Dragon Warrior. I forgot what he had,
Where's the patient?
but the Dragon Warrior is, I should say, a strong enemy for anyone lower than level 30 or 40. You might want to avoid this place until you're like level 30 or 40, because the enemies here will kick your butt. Now then, let's get that hidden item here.
Whoa! What's
And
this?
we've got All-Nighter, and which is a part for the CD, and also a P-Charger.
I'll take care of you even without Sis. Gonna beat you up.
So, the crab. Well, it's doing the crab dance, folks.
Hey!
Bear in mind, we can just keep on slashing it until we gain EX meter.
Do you want your shots?
And yeah, we're gonna have to keep
Hey!
doing that until finally he's down. You may have to heal though, because the force crab does hit really hard for a monster. I mean, it doesn't have any... I'm not sure if it has any elemental attacks, but still. It does heal as well, too, so bear that in mind. We're like level 78, no, but 278 and 65. Or, I should say 65 and 78. Yeah, I messed that up. I know, not trying to, but I did.
Where's the patient?
But we're between that level, and we're probably going to be good enough to take out the forest crab. So, let's just use high compression, because that seems to do the most damage. Oh yeah, and it's also weak to fire too, so there is that. I just want to build up EX meter, that's why. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. The forest crab will heal. Oh yeah, and if you do get hit, and if it does actually hit you, there's a good chance it'll drop your defense and also your mental status. And if you're not careful, it could also paralyze you. So bear that in mind. And also, Neptune has Combo. Something that you won't learn until you're around level 75, so that's the only reason why I'm using it. Combo Link is really good for monsters like this. With high and heavy defenses, you want to try to chop them down and use EX moves as quickly as humanly possible. But that's one crab out of 2. We'll have to find another crab. And once we do, then we'll be able to leave. And I'm just out. Oh, past me just. Oh, actually, no, it's 4 of them. Oh, shit. Yeah. It's kind of dumb to think that we only had, like, 2 to deal with, when instead we only have 4. So, we had to get into this particular fight because we had to fight Old Man Deuce.
Bye-bye. Where's the patient?
We might as well, because
Do you want your shot?
after all, Old Man Deuce actually does have
This may hurt
a
a
youthful
bit.
heart, which is used
This
for
will
a
hurt a bit.
plan.
I'll do this gracefully. Easy peasy.
And also, Old Man Deuce can up his tech, which means he could try to move up a couple of spaces just to do damage to you. Or at least make the arena where he attacks wider.
That was a sick.
That's the only thing the tech does. Oh no, it's Old Man Pathos. I thought it was a youthful heart. But nonetheless, folks, we'll run into the last enemy, but at the same time, we are also going to leave this place in part 7.
Huh?
Because this is going to be where I'm going to make my stopping point here. Unless I run into something else. Nope. It's just another enemy I just got finished dealing with. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this will be my stopping point here. We'll finish Gravidaze Ruins, and then move on with Chapter 2 in Part 7. This is RVMan985. Well, at least there's actually action this time around. There is going to be dead periods where there's not much action, but hey, that's how Hyperdimension Neptunia rolls. So I'll see you guys next time. This is RVMan985. Peace the fuck out.